Good morning, beautiful people. How are you guys doing? I hope you guys are all doing well. I hope you guys are happy, healthy, and safe. Today is Thursday, September 16th, 2021, and it is 7:36 in the morning. I got here a little early to work. I didn't think I was going to get here this early, but I can't clock in until like 4 minutes till 8. So like at 7:56, that's when I can clock in. So I just want to come up here, and I know I did a video, was it yesterday or the day before, regarding my 20-week update so far. Well, my ultrasound and OB appointment update. But right now, the question I normally get is regarding Cassava. So I wanted to give like a very brief explanation of what I know about Cassava and what I have done with Cassava. And then I will do another video just dedicated to Cassava after I do my like extensive research. I will probably like put articles where you can find the articles, the videos, like sources where you can get Cassava, either root powder or tablet, pill form. I will do an extensive video on that on another time. So please make sure you do watch out for that, and make sure you subscribe so you will not be subscribe and hit that bell button so that you'll be notified when that video comes up. So what I did with Cassava root was, well, first of all, I'm going to back up a little bit just to give you guys a little backstory. So when we first started thinking about possibly having a baby, this was like 10 something years ago, about 10 years ago. My libido is low, always been low since I turned, when we first started dating, it wasn't low. But I think once I moved out and started living on my own, other things were happening. I had a very hormonal imbalance in my life. That hormonal imbalance, I had PCOS at a time, and the hormonal imbalance really affected with my libido, and my libido went to non-existence, almost non-existence. I can go without having sex for weeks and be completely fine because I don't have a high libido at all. Like it's basically almost a non-existent, and that was a big problem for me and my boyfriend, now husband. And it still is, because even though I'm pregnant now, libido is still a problem. Like I don't have a high libido. And then once I got pregnant, my libido went up a little. Like if you don't understand what libido means, it means sex drive. So my sex drive went up, and then my husband's sex drive went down, which is crazy because his sex drive is always high. So his sex drive went to like almost non-existent. So that was just, I think he was just scared that he was going to hurt me, honestly. Instead of having like a low libido, I don't have the desire, but I think it was just pure fear that he was going to do some damage or whatever. I think he's going to hurt me or make me have a miscarriage or whatever. So I think that's the reason why. But anyways, the one thing I did for fertility was I did my like a light research, watched some videos, did what they recommended, like exercise, eat right, try to lose weight. That can bring up your libido. Same thing with my doctors were saying. And then I heard about Maca root. Maca root could help you with not just libido, but it could help you with fertility. It could help you with so many different things. So I was taking it, and it does help with libido. Like it really, really does, but you have to be consistent with it. Those kind of supplements, they might work in a short term. If you want it to be in a long-term situation, you need to take it at a longer term span. So I only took it for just a little while, and I was skipping days or not taking it at all for like a couple of weeks, then going back on it. So it really did not work. With any supplements you take, you have to take it the way the bottle tells you to take it, and it might work within a week, or some supplements could take up to 6 months to work at all. They is a buildup in your system. Like you can see the difference, but it needs to build up to a certain amount in your system to be actually something that will work appropriately. So I was taking maca root. I was also giving my husband maca root as well. Maca root helped with not just libido, like I said, but it also helped with like managing your diabetes, bringing your blood sugar down. It was helping with so much. It was like a very powerful supplement. You could take it as a powder, you could take it as a tablet. I don't know if you, not a tablet, but like a capsule. I'm not sure if there was a liquid form or like if you can buy the root itself. And I believe the maca root is originated from Indonesia, if I'm not mistaken. Like I said, I will do my appropriate research on it soon, and I will give you guys exactly what I find. But I think it's like found like in a high mountain of Indonesia. It's like really hard to get to. I believe that's where it's originated from. I don't know if you can grow it anywhere else. I think it's depending on the soil and the atmosphere of the way it grows. And it's been used for generations and generations and generations. After maca root, I heard about horny goat. I think that's what it's called. I can't remember the name. I think it's called horny goat. And I was taking that for libido. It's just for strictly for libido, because there's not really like the blue pill, like Viagra form for women. There's really not. So you have to find some other supplements to help you. And I got the horny goat, and it does work for you, but you, like I said, you have to be consistent with those kind of supplements. And I'm not a good person on taking supplements or medicine, period. I will forget. So I will also leave that as well as just like some information, because I didn't mention it. And then after that, went into yams. Not the cassava itself, like sweet potatoes, yams. I heard that if you eat enough of yams, it could help you with production of multiple eggs so that you can get pregnant. So once I found out about that, I was like, oh, I guess we're going to be eating yam. I love yams anyways. I like to eat them just boiled by itself with nothing on it. So I consumed so much of it. But there are, of course, good and bad things of consuming quite a bit of yams. One, great source of potassium, great source of vitamins and minerals, great source for that. But it has a very high content of starch. So if you're going to eat that much yams, you need to eliminate all the other starch that you are eating. But I did not know that. Eating that much amount of yams actually made me gain extra weight. Did not help my blood sugar at the time. That time I was considered to be a pre-diabetic. So it did not help with my possibly becoming a diabetic. Thankfully, I never became a diabetic, but I was a pre-diabetic at the time. So it did affect with that. So you have to be careful of the amount of starch you're consuming, because I wasn't just consuming only that kind of starch. I was eating that, and I'll eat rice or pasta, bread. So I was having so much other starch on top of that amount of starch I was eating. I was eating 2 a day for quite some time. And then once I knew that I wasn't feeling well, like my blood sugar, I got my blood sugar taken, and it was like high, and my doctor's like, what's going on? And I told her about it. She's like, you really need to slow down the starch. Like, you're gaining weight, you could possibly become diabetic. So I wasn't prepared, knowing that if I did consume that amount of starch, to eliminate any other starch that I was eating, and not eating it like twice a day. Eat it once a day. Either do it for lunch or for dinner, possibly for lunch, so that you can have the rest of the day to burn off that extra starch that you don't need. So I was doing that. I also put dedicate something for that as well. And then I stopped because I'm like, okay, I don't want to have kids now. And went years of just living our lives. And then maybe 2 years ago, I heard about cassava root. And I heard about, I believe it's Nigeria, Yoruba community of Nigeria. I'm not sure exactly, I can't remember, but I'll do a research on it again, like I said. But their main staple is cassava, and they've been eating cassava root for generations. So it's not that they just ate it for 1 week and then bam, they got twins. This is their staple food for, like, let's say for example in Asia, rice is the most staple food. In some places in Africa, rice, like in Ethiopia, rice is not our staple food. Wheat is our staple food. When we make something called injera, that's our staple food, like the bread that we use to eat our food with. So they make cassava into everything. So they've been eating cassava since they were children. So it's in their body, it's in their system, it's who they are. Cassava is like who they are. So they consume it at a longer amount of time than what we would consume it as. And so there's a buildup of that, either protein or enzyme or whatever it is. I can't remember the name of the specific enzyme or protein or chemical, whatever it is, that helps with production of multiple eggs, quality eggs, like strong eggs. And I don't know if it also helps with the sperm as well. I'm not sure about that. But they eat it for a long amount of times. Like I said, since they were babies, since they were kids, their parents, their great parents, their great-great-grandparents. And I know it's been generation of eating this cassava root. So when they are born, they're eating it. They're growing up with eating it, you know. And then when it comes time to have children, they're eating it. So there's a buildup of that cassava in their system. So they are going to naturally produce multiple eggs because the cassava helps with production of multiple eggs, production of a quality egg. So sometimes they could have twins, triplets, and naturally, because of whatever it is in cassava, it's helping the production of multiple births. And they have a very large family because of the help of the multiple eggs. And so that one place, and I can't remember, somewhere in Nigeria, I believe it's in Nigeria, but I could be wrong, so please don't quote me on the location until I find out exactly. But that tribe has multiple sets of families that have twins. Most of them are twins or triplets, because, like I said, of the cassava root. But you have to consume it for a longer period of time for it to work. It's just not going to work for eating it like how I did once or twice, or taking the supplement. Even the supplement that I took, the cassava root supplement, on the bottle, I believe I still have it at home. So when I do make my other video, I will show you. On the bottle, it says at least consume it for 6 months before you see any results. So I think you get, it's supposed to take 2 or 3 a day. So that's something that you have to take on the daily basis for 6 months to possibly have multiples. It could work for you sooner. It could work for you a lot later. It could work for you just taking it for 1 week, depending on your body, what's going on with you in your body, and what's going on with what you're bringing into your body. Them two colliding together, either it will be a great harmony or it will just like fight with each other. So it's all taking of a risk to have multiples. But the one thing I would say is, please make sure you get yourself checked meaning if you are a woman, make sure you get your fallopian tubes checked to see if there's any blockage, because you could do all of this and you don't know there's a blockage in your fallopian tube. Let's say the left side is blocked and you don't know that. That means that and your left side is the only ovary that you are ovulating from, and the right side you're not ovulating, there's the chances of getting pregnant is so much slim. So the test is very uncomfortable and it is painful, but it is so important because it can flush things out. If there's anything blocked, that it could get flushed out. Or they could tell you, look, right now we might need to do a procedure, we might need to wait a couple of more weeks, whatever. Get all your labs done, see your GYN, do your due diligence with your health first, and then at the same time your boyfriend or spouse, whoever it is, should get a sperm analysis done. Should get a sperm analysis done. I want to say it one more time, should get a sperm analysis done, because he could not have viable sperm. He could not have enough sperm. You don't know. You can't sit there and count it yourself. So he should get sperm analysis done. Those two things are very, very important. Oh, I gotta go. Those two things are extremely, extremely important. I got jury duty thing again, but those things are very, very important. If you don't get anything out of this video, if you only get what me saying, get tested, both of you, then that's fine. But please get tested. While you're going through this, get tested, and then once you get your results, then you can go from there. And there are some other fertility medication that you can actually take to help you with possibly having multiples, possibly having twins. Like, for example, if they put you on Clomid, there could be a possibility of you having twins. If they put you on Femera, which I was on, there could be a possibility having twins. So it really just all depends on what medication you're on and what kind of supplements that you're on. So just do your due diligence, but make sure you get all your testing done before you dive into it, because then you have your answers and it'll be not easier, but at least you have your answer of what you should be doing or not doing. I do have a video of me explaining about my testing. I think I do have a video on it. If not, I will make another video about talking to you guys about my testing in order to get my testing for my fallopian tube, how that went, what it's called, what I had to do, all that jazz. And sorry, school bus passing by. So I will let you guys know all about it. But before you, like I said, commit 100% on it, commit that much of it to yourself. Do yourself a favor. Get your fallopian tube checked. Get your lab work done. See what your hormone levels are, and get your spouse, boyfriend, whoever it is, to get a sperm analysis done, especially if they never had kids before. If you both had kids already before, then that's something different. But if you both never had kids, that's one thing. The best thing to do is that, especially if you've been trying for 6 months or longer, and depending on your age, if you're older like me, like above, let's say 35 and above, and you're trying to have a kid for the first time, and you've been trying over 6 months, then contact your fertility specialist and let them know you've been trying. But if you're under age 35, they might have you try for another 6 months while you're doing the testing, and then if nothing happens, then they will intervene and get you help you with medications and stuff. Excuse me, good morning. But anyways, I gotta go, gotta clock in, and I will talk to you guys later. Hopefully this video made some sense, And talk to you soon. Bye. Make sure to subscribe, like, and share. Bye.